Last time they won the TTP won here. It was a clean sweep, 2023. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Congratulations. No shocker though, Andretti pretty strong here in the streets of Long Beach.
Yeah. Is this thing on?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. No shocker, right? Andretti's been really good here in recent years, and even more so this year. We rolled off the end of the season last year really strong. Street course is strong. You know, street course, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
We're all the same people, yeah.
sorry. Well, I guess St. Pete, but that one's a little bit more like a road course than a street course to me. So it's yeah, we've been really strong now, especially these more bumpy, less grip street courses, and proved it here once again here today.
Begs the question: how was the car field look tomorrow?
That's a big question, isn't it? I don't think anyone really knows, because yesterday track was green, a little bit warm, sun was out, and then this morning it's just been super cool, overcast, marine fog, and completely flip-flop from yesterday, and it'll probably flip-flop again tomorrow. So yeah, and we probably won't learn anything in the morning, if I'm being honest. So it's going to be guessing and can ask for a better team to guess with.
Colton Herta, another former winner here at Long Beach, also joins us again, starting second in tomorrow's race. Drive number 26, Gainbridge Honda for Andretti Global, the Curvebag Janian, second front row start here in 2025. Just your thoughts on a nice start to the weekend for Andretti Global, Cole?
Yeah, it's great. You know, I think Andretti is one that I personally mark my calendars for, and we mark our calendars for, that we tend to come here with good race cars, and I'm glad to see that hasn't changed. Now on to the race and try to learn, like Kyle said, try to learn as much as we can tomorrow and see what we can do on those sets of compounds.
Congratulations to both you guys. Amira has a microphone. We'll open it up for questions, and then time permitting, take one or two off Zoom as well. Just start here with Patrick. We'll work around the room.
What's the pressure like? What's the mental plan from only making one run versus two?
In qualifying, you're talking about?
Yes.
So a lot of guys, ran on used. It was, I kind of told my team whatever they prefer doing. It didn't really make a difference, because everyone was doing a prep lap and then one push lap, and that was kind of it. Your third lap, at least for us, wasn't phenomenal. So I pretty much told them, I was like, it's going to be different regardless. So you get that prep lap to kind of get a feel for things, and then you go for it. So not sure why they decided to go with that. I just told them, you guys choose, tell me what to do.
Amira, let's go in the front row here about Popgrass. Bring me up,
For both of you, saw several cars go off course at a point. Colton, I think you did, right?
Yeah.
So is that something that should be expected tomorrow, or is that just qualifying here?
I think that's mostly qualifying here. I mean, you can definitely expect it. It's tough at the street circuits because there's just no margin for error, and you know, at least for me and my feeling, the way the hybrid has made the street courses a little bit more difficult, especially in the braking. So maybe that's some of it, but I think it's pretty typical to see guys, you know, if you guys crash in qualifying here, it's just you know, I crashed also in round one. I was just able to make it across the line, but completely destroyed the toe link in the left rear coming out of 11. But it was just like, the TD doesn't really catch all of those. You know, but a lot of people have moments and incidents like that. But I think it's just the nature of this track and street course racing in general with Indy cars. So competitive, you have to get everything out of it.
Kyle, you obviously had great success here in 23, and now you're on the pole here again in 25. What do you like so much about Long Beach that is conducive to your success?
I mean, what I like most about it is that I've done pretty decent here. If I'm being honest, it's street courses for some reason suit me. They also suit Andretti and our philosophy on how to develop a car. So you tend to like the tracks that you do best at, and this is one of them. I think that this is just an enjoyable track to drive. It's not like a typical street circuit where it's just kind of 90-degree corners. There's a lot more character to it than just that, and some pretty massive brake zones and disparities from high and low speed corners. So it tends to be pretty enjoyable to drive. practice as a driver.
Ben?
Yeah, and Jenks, West Sports Journal. It's really for both of you, but Kyle, earlier in the week you mentioned that you just have to come to this track and have something for Palou. Does it feel good to have Andretti Global have two somethings for Palou?
Yes, I mean, that is important. I think it still is early in the championship, of course, but you obviously want to keep beating the guy that is the most likely to win. So, yeah, I think him coming off 2 wins is important. It's important for us to jump in and get ahead of him. This is a starting position, right? It's we're there, but we need to maintain it tomorrow. So hopefully we got good race cars. I think we'll dig into it a little bit more tonight. We have had really good race cars here in the past, so there's no reason why we shouldn't. But hopefully we'll learn a little bit and practice tomorrow and set off on the right foot. We got 2 opportunities to do it, or 3 with Marcus, right? Marcus is super fast too, so I think out of the 3 of us, we need to get something done here this weekend.
He's behind.
Alex starts behind you, he starts third.
Yeah, but
Just keep him there.
if
It's
you
awesome.
start there, doesn't mean so.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Hello, first of all, I'm Sergio Morales from 22 West Media. This question goes to Colton Herta. First off, how are you doing, man?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you so much. So, I think I'm surprised that I might be the first to mention this, but I know this is your home race here in Long Beach, California. So, it must feel pretty good to start on the front row for this race, but I want to know, I'm just very curious. Did you think that qualifying was over when you slapped the wall there earlier in session 1?
No, I knew we could get it fixed. More so because we were in Group 1, we had about 25 minutes until we run again. So that was plenty of time for the issue that I caused. Yeah, the guys did a good job. They always do a good job repairing the car. I've done that to them a few times. I've done it to them here before, also that fixing them between rounds. So, yes, they never cease to amaze me how fast they can fix the cars that I break.
Interesting, thank you, man, thank you.
Let's go Bruce, and then back up here in the front. Go ahead, Bruce.
Kyle, by winning from the pole here in 2023, just how important is it at this course where it's so hard to pass to be able to start from the pole?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps, right? It helps even more given that you have teammates around you as well. So, yeah, it is very important. I know when we raced here in 23, we didn't lead the whole race, right? We had to do a little bit of strategy. So strategy will come into play a little bit to how it dictates the race, but it definitely helps to be able to kind of control that strategy and kick it off from the lead. So guys, hopefully I maintain the lead in the first stint, and then from there it's clean sailing, but that's not how any car racing typically goes.
And if history should repeat itself, just the prestige of winning the 50th ACRA Grand Prix of Long Beach.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be massive, right? Winning any IndyCar race is massive. Winning at Long Beach is even bigger. And then winning something that's so historic and the 50th anniversary here would be even more special. So, yeah, I mean, I would love to. I think anybody would say the same thing, right? It's a pretty big deal.
Congrats on the front row lockout today. Maybe a little bit premature to ask this, but I will anyways. I know going into the race in Toronto last year, when you guys locked out the front row, kind of understand that the message from the team was, don't take any risks. Try to make sure you guys get home 1-2, whatever that might look like. Is that probably going to be the same message tomorrow? I know you probably haven't spoken to Rob and other folks. Does it change because this race is a little bit earlier in the season? What do you guys think about the potential risk factors of battling for the lead tomorrow?
I mean, I think it's just going to be a little, not the same as Toronto, right? That we were in a position there where we needed to win a race, right? It had been a while. And I think here, of course, you don't take unnecessary risk, but you also race your teammates. That's part of it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that Andretti lets us race. And, I think me and Kyle have always been extremely fair with each other and how we go about racing each other. I think Toronto was an example. Thermal last weekend, we raced basically the whole race nose to tail. And so, yeah, I think we understand that if there's an opportunity to pass, we're gonna pass each other, but without kind of unnecessary risks. And, I think Andretti does a good job like they did in Toronto, where they kind of set ourselves up where we can be in a position to win a race. And then I think we're really good at trying to manage that kind of relationship as we go.
Thanks.
Okay, let's go in the back here. David Mosher Lopez, we got time for 2 or 3 more here, guys. Go ahead, David.
Hi guys, is there any chance of, with all 3 of you in the top 5, that you'll split strategies at all? Or do you get very selfish and just want to go for the one that you think is going to work for you guys?
I think that's up to the team. As a driver, you want a strategy that's going to win you the race. So, but yeah, I think that they'll look at all the options. I don't really know what the race is going to look like at the moment. That's kind of what we'll need to discuss tonight. But I think they usually give us each a fair shot at trying to win. So it's usually what tends to happen.
You agree with that?
Yeah, I did, 100%.
Let's go, Lewis. Raise your hand, Lewis. There you go.
So this event has many different other major events, and the other vehicles run on different tires. So did you have any issues today with that? Do you anticipate any tomorrow in the race, or none of the above? There's no deductions for wrong answers.
I mean, I was a little surprised how slow the initial part of qualifying was, and I assumed the historic cars ran before us. I didn't really pay attention. No?
Yep.
Yes, no, sorry.
Yes.
Okay, so, and that was likely why we started off a little bit slower, and it evolved a lot through qualifying. Maybe we'll pay a little bit more attention to that now. I didn't expect it to be as big. Usually street courses, just cars running on track, making things faster. And especially with mixed race, usually the space goes up quite a bit. So, yeah, that caught me out a little bit. But nonetheless, I think it's somewhat easily preventable now.
Didn't mean to distract you. Sorry about that, Kyle. Marshall Pruitt, go ahead.
Kirk, can you talk a little bit about tire strategy during qualifying? It seems like you guys might have leaned towards let's use alternates plenty now to make sure we have a great starting spot. Does that speak to, A, is that correct? And B, does that speak to a thought that you're going to try and save your primaries as much as possible for tomorrow?
I mean, in some way, shape, or form. We really haven't done enough laps on the alternates to really know. But if it's anything to St. Pete's any indicator, yes, you're not going to want to run very long on the alternates. Which is why you see most of the guys just use them all up right away. Even in Q1, we saw a lot of guys double down or used on the second quality stuff.
Steven Stump of Frontstretch.com here. Come back for more great racing videos, and if you like us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.